Сейчас.
You say so, sure. What is
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for being on time. Really appreciate it. My participation. Did you like the lunch?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, or see you for the amazing lunch.
Amazing lunch.
Now we will proceed with the quorum check first. Alex. And quorum check question would be, what's your biggest mistake this spring? So we have 1, saying sign the quorum, 2, signing up for outdoor yoga, 3, putting winter coat away in the closet. And ESN Riga.
Putting winter coats away in the
ESN Valnera.
third option.
ESN Jelgava.
First.
Perfect. The quorum is met, amazing. And now we will continue with the question round from the Veronika's point presentation. And the next person to ask a question.
Can I comment?
Yes,
Martin. So I will comment something. So if it is already covered what I'm commenting, please don't ask the question again so we can confident. So one thing I heard is your people taking national board taking more power. Actually, it's opposite. Because the system we had before was asking only the local board and the national board together appointing the people. It feels more powerful. When I'm sending out the email, I felt like I'm feeling more powerful towards the people, and I didn't want it to continue in future. That's why the point system was came back to it again. And also some questions are again and again the same questions. And if you think it could improve in any way, please reach out to me. So your suggestions here, or why not like this? If that's a question, please come to me, because we are still open for the discussion. We still are open for the questions, or because I was sending it again and again to the sections, and I'm still hearing the feedback, and we are still changing. So I just wanted to add, and now you can start again.
if that answered some of the questions, you can delete them from the. But then we'll proceed. Linda.
We covered it before lunch.
Krakow.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind it.
Covered.
You said that word.
Yes. Just in Austria. It is partly covered, but I thought I would just bring in some insight on this. Austria has a point system, which is leading up to the question. So in Austria, we have a point system which is focused on participation in general assemblies, ZEP, and EGM, and general assemblies, ZEP and regional fund. And how we do it, we actually have a point system where we rate the sections themselves, so the sections take the points. And the sections themselves, they provide us also with the priority list from their section of the local members. So at the national level, we use the point system to rank the sections, and then according to that, we combine the priority list from all the sections. So we make a national priority list of everybody wants to go. My question is, have you considered maybe having a collecting priority lists from the sections so that you have like a priority list for each member in a section?
Yes, it's a big cover, so we did that before, and here we make it as a point, they are giving the priority, and the priority is becoming the points for the people. So that we can add them, and for us we have only 3 sections, and it's very less, and only one section is more, some section are sometimes it's become going in the very bad situation, so it's very complicated for us to rank through the sections because we feel it's more unfair than so it's that's why since we have less section we are giving the direct priority to the volunteers, not throughout the section but directly to the volunteers so they can speak themselves. So they can send us all the details, so it's easier. I mean, if we have 10 sections it's going to be hard, but when it's 3 we can directly talk to the volunteers and
Thank you. Next question, Linda.
As about the points being elaborated, because some points, like for example, in that file there was that each reel counts as one activity, but the thing is there are people who are making a lot of reels and some of them they are not posted. So it's unclear how are they being evaluated, if it's just for the reel is being made, or is it published, or is it how?
again, this one is for actually I'm waiting on the consultation with sections, especially ESN Riga, and I also texted Anastasia regarding it, but it's, as I told, it's still under ongoing what to add in the activity, and we are still open to add the things which should be added, but after the consultation.
Thank you. And the last question, Taco.
Okay, I will unite with those questions which I had. Do you first of all consider making priority lists in advance? Because whenever we get approved spots, it's already last minute. And for example, let's take Iceland. The tickets are getting so expensive, last minute tickets that you have to buy yourself as a GL. It's like getting out of control. So do you consider making priority list in advance so we can have these people who know that they might go there, so they are ready and they have like their vacations books and etc. And another question, as you already know, we made a new evaluation system in ESN Riga, which is working pretty well. And it's happening for events team, and now it's going to be also happening for communications team. Do you consider that we will be putting that as a priority list, and we can actually evaluate people based on those points?
Sorry, procedural.
Yes.
There was multiple questions asked. For one question, it should not be allowed. It should only be the one that was submitted. The rest cannot be asked since the speaker was disclosed.
I mean, it was submitted and both of them were together, so that's why.
I'm seeing only one question. Are you considering involving?
No, there was the
No,
second
that was
question, but you
everyone and you
removed it.
disapproved it.
You meant, never mind, sorry,
Yes.
you deleted one question actually.
Okay, again the first question.
First one, do you consider making priority lists? in
Okay,
advance?
yeah, I understand, thank you. I remember. So that question is more like for the partnership manager next time, as this time it's closed. The thing is, this time it was until last moment because we don't know how many spots we get it or if we ever get it. But yeah, it is possibility to, we can, even without the spot, we can do the priority list and give it. It's a really good suggestion. And I think it's for the next partnership manager to consider.
Okay, the second part of the question?
About that, the problem in that is only ESN Riga has the evaluation system and not ESN Gava and Valmiera. If all the section has the same system, then it would be possible. But if not, it's unfair for other sections.
So I have one comment, Linda, yes, in Riga, but the point system is already separated for each section, so even if it's in Riga's evaluation system, it would be included in yes, in Riga's pointing system, so it is not relevant for Valmiera and Jelgava.
But we are based on, even though it's separated because the volunteers activity level is going to be different for each section, not because we are separating the sections. It's about each volunteer, more like personal, each individual.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your presentation. Now we'll continue with a very exciting topic called section report. So we would like to ask ESN Latvia come first and present about their updates.
everyone. So we are ESN Latvia. And yes, this is our current board. 3 of us are here. The other 3 are not here. I think you know us. President Linda, Vice President Taco, and Treasurer Anita, and we have Partnerships Manager, Communications Manager, and Events and Trips Manager. Next. And we have 3 coordinators, which is Local Partnership Coordinator, Webmaster, and Critics System Administrator. To explain it more, Critics is our ticketing system, so we have an administrator for it. And so this is our team. We have different types of memberships.
Okay, first we have Captain Flex. Then we have 6 kitties. They are newbies, like super newbies who have just like came to ESN and don't know what's going on, who they are. We have actual newbies who have attended more events, know what is going on, and etc. Then we have candidates. Candidate is a person who's been in ESN for a long time and didn't apply, or for membership, or someone whose membership has been frozen. For example, like there was some kind of problem with COC, and we have frozen their membership, and it's under investigation or something like that. Then we have 2 active members and 50 members. Next.
Yes, so some updates. We got nominated, and we presented Riga as one of the finalists for Erasmus Destination of the Year, together with Tallinn. I think nothing much to say there. You saw everything, and so I hope. Next. And yeah, these were some of the things that we also made. So these are the stickers, all the stickers, and the T-shirt, which was the cat, which is Magical Erasmus. And the cat was also hand-drawn by an ESN Riga alumni member. And it was our EGM merch. Next. And yes, also ESN Riga got 2 awards. One was 3rd place, and one was honorable mention for training award and visibility award. Yes.
Okay, updates from my side. Vice President is in charge of HR in the section and also operations. So we had new recruitment strategy. We changed some things what we used to do before. We even had an online new member seminar to be more inclusive. We had updated questionnaire, so it was also very inclusive, very open, which is really, really nice. And we also moved to quality over quantity strategy, which means that we made a new member seminar quite hard to attend, and the people who came there, with whom we had actual communication and everything, everyone is really yes. So it was really, really good. Then we actually stated our presence on Erasmus intern page. We did not have it, and we also started opening calls for different positions on LinkedIn. Yes, next one. Then our academy is going and growing. We are doing a lot of activities to teach our volunteers how to be best out of the best. They have more knowledge, they become more practice oriented. After the last NA, we had more than 10 sessions. We had motivation lab, international events, public speaking, first aid, ESN structure, and all the like how to take care of our personal information and all that things, so we're growing again like that. Next. And tools. We created new tools, and we are still using the tools which was created by previous board. So one of the things what's happening is that we have one day in a week, which is Tuesday, when they have opportunity, our members, volunteers, they have opportunity to call vice president or have a meeting or etc. And I'm there for them to listen, to do whatever they expect from me, and we can have conversations about everything. Then we had have another consultation round opportunity where they can like actually discuss their future, what they want to do in ESN, how they want to contribute, and etc. They can register their ideas and initiatives in advance. Then we can have conversations. We can discuss it within the board. Then go back to volunteers. Feedback. They can give us feedback 24/7, whenever they want. It is accessible from everywhere, so they can do that. I created volunteer activity tracker so they can actually like see what they are doing. They can make notes. They can write whatever they want. So it actually makes it fair for them to control what they are doing and for us as well. And they can of course request reference letters from us because like we are there for them to support and grow and become professionals. Okay, next. We created appreciation strategy, how to show them, and one of them is a team. On our Instagram, you can go and you can see beautiful highlight where we are presenting our volunteers, the masterminds behind all the activities and all the things we are doing for ESN Riga, so you can see many things. Then we are announcing also the week, our volunteer of the week, appreciation channel, which was created by previous board. It's a wonderful initiative. We are still using it, and of course we are doing team buildings. You can see that since the last October, we had many team buildings, so it was really nice and helpful. And we can move to the next one. Move to the next. Then we updated some segments and created the ones we did not have. For example, I did not find it anywhere. With lower policy which we had for the local board, it was never accessible anywhere. So I made new ones, created all the policy. It is very similar to what ESN International is using, so it's really nice. We have note and warning policy. It was necessary, to be honest, to create. And at the beginning, it was quite challenging to look at it, but it was approved, and after few notes, it's working really well. Our volunteers became more and more dedicated, etc. So then access procedure, which really helps us to control who is staying in ESN. Sometimes we had cases that members would be with us, then they would disappear for a while, and then we could not control nowhere, know how. So we have access procedure they have to follow, and of course we have created active membership criteria. When they follow, if they don't, they will be losing membership. Next. Then we created a new evaluation system for events team and communications team, which kind of like is there for democracy, control, fairness, and trust for them. More comments if you have questions about it, I will make it. For the treasurer, I created office inventory tracker so she can actually like do and organize things on her own, etc. Next. And I am also in charge of buddy team. We had a buddy coordinator position before, but as it was not that effective, I decided to turn it into a buddy team and delegate tasks to other people, and it's working really well. For the first time, we actually have reports, actual working reports, and something that you can look at it. We have made amazing campaign, friendship campaign, social media campaign. We have official reports. We have new system. We implemented Papaya, and our social media posts are actually like very useful for the people coming to Riga. Yes. Next. And now we have updated board structure. We won't be having secretary anymore because we did not really see the use of it. And instead of secretary, that will be HR manager who will be dividing tasks with vice president. Vice president will be there for operational management and secretary for human resources. And election system.
Wait, sorry, could you please speed up?
Yeah, just last part that we have new election system, and it's going to be based on all the IT and all the improvements. So yeah.
Okay, so next, just quickly, we are doing great events. We have a lot. We are in the top, so very good. Next. We are also having 4 clubs, which is ESN Riga Run Club, Chess Club, Book Club, and Latvian Language Club. This is how our calendar looks like. In communications, next. We still are doing very amazing in the social media. Next. This is our social media. We're still great. And finances.
Next. These are some numbers. Yeah, next. What can I say? The online distribution went quite bad. We were asking for proof of payment before, so maybe that's why. No, it's not about this one.
Not next.
So, like previous United in Riga, we wrote another project, Experience Riga, so we got money. So almost, it's gonna be 11 events this spring semester and the other 12 in the autumn. Next.
Procedural, guys, I'm sorry, we will have to cut your presentation.
It's okay,
because
it's
we
we
are-
can no comment. And I think we're doing very great as the GO meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we need to give the right to speak to ESN Latvia.
Thank you.
Yes, good, just good. Oh, I think I can.
Just a reminder, we have 7 minutes.
Like 11 presentation.
Amazing.
So, my name is Artus. I'm an active member of ESN Latvia. So, what has happened since the last NA? So, we have had a lot of events, starting off with orientation, color repeat. I can't speak anymore. With the help of this Vizima University Student Council, then we celebrated the National Holiday of Independence Day. The whole week, including the walk with the torches and other events that were in that week. Then we also visit local places like this art gallery, or as they say themselves, like a creative place with like different lights, and they recreated environment. We also, with the help of Youth House, we made a Halloween event for our students, and that included this photo session, like this, you know, when there's stories and some words are missing, and you ask another person to fill out the word. For example, you name an adjective, then a funny story mix. It's made out of. And something that happens every time when a new exchange students arrive, we have an introduction week where we give students a city tour so they know the places to eat, where the university is located, and all the main places. Also, in the university, we had like get to know each other. We did some energizers, some icebreakers, and just got to know each other better. We also gave gifts to mentors. Those are like, in Riga, I think you call it a buddy system. We call them mentors, basically the first friend that the student has here. And he's the person that he can go to with any problem. And well, on the city tour, we went sightseeing. We climbed up the church tower and had an amazing time. So, in general, we're just having a lot of good time together. We're making amazing memories. Like we were in Zemeņu, which is one of our partners as well. It's a cool place to be in Latvia. You should also visit it if you have the chance. Then we went ice skating together, also with the help of Student Union. And after ice skating, like the next day there was the shirt ball, organized by the Student Union, and we all attended it. So our structure, we have two board members, the president Patricia and our vice president Dennis. And there's two active members, which is me and Sigurd. And right now we have 2 Erasmus students and 5 full-time international students here. And these are our lovely partners. We appreciate them a lot. Vizima University, like we're using their building right now So, also the student union of Vidzeme University, we collaborate on many events together. The same is with the youth house. Many events couldn't be done without them. And as I mentioned before, Zemeni Kastini, which is a great place from Latgala. Also the tea right now is from them. So, thank you for your attention. In short, that is it.
Thank you for taking the presentation in time. And now we will proceed to the online presentation by ESN Latvia. Are you ready?
Yeah, like 1 minute.
While we're waiting for ESN Latvia, how are you guys all enjoying the night so far?
Yay!
Yes.
Actually, I'm very curious for those who are.
The B doesn't count, huh?
Would you like to get their flag back already?
I mean, we're the one who gives you guys like.
Would you like to get their flag back already while we're waiting? No?
It's like.
Are you going to the forward?
Yeah.
You watched the interview on private please.
Lord.
No, it's a difference. It's you and him, otherwise I don't even get back. Okay, are we?
Go present Jacob.
They got new word, yay!
Where are they? Thank you, Jacob.
Are we waiting so long? Are we playing motivate?
I can also watch the walking of this.
You know that game where it's like, this is it?
Key couple?
Yeah. It's the other one I can.
So we're like from here?
Yes.
Does anyone know how to play key couple? No? We can try this. Or I don't know.
How does this would be the best of it?
Stida Berberman.
Is it a hobby?
Oh my gosh.
Are you fine?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, guys,
Guys,
Let's do
let's
it.
wait for here.
so we will start from the charity to the start row, and then wait, and then the back row will bring the weight back to charity. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Give it back.
Do you feel better now?
Yes, yes, much better.
What?
Then can we do the travel dance?
Wait, Alex, what's the problem?
I mean, I have like a sound, but I don't know why Elena. I mean, she's speaking, but there is no sound from her.
Also, there's something like this. Looks like this, there's inside.
And do this?
Alex, this you automatically.
Hello.
Yes. Do you hear us?
Next mandate.
Next mandate. I don't know, where is, there is a microphone. Can you say?
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Oh, very well.
All right. One moment. You can start.
Is there a way for me to see like the presentation or something?
Yes, you can see.
Yes, we can see it. I mean, I can also share.
Yes, that would be great. Okay, can I start?
Yes.
Okay, hello everyone. I'll be doing the section updates from ESN Latvia. So this is the board of 2024 to 2025. It's Leonie for Vice President, Evelina for Events Manager, me, Alina as the Treasurer, and Sophia as the President. But now we have a new board, which I think is the next slide. Yes, so the newly elected board of 2025 to 2026 is Malvika as the President, Marta as the Vice President, Emils as the Treasurer, and Diana as the Social Media Manager. So it's very great that we have a new board. Yes, you can go to the next slide. So the events we've had so far are a few. In the welcome week especially, we were very busy. We started out really well with the city tour, and we did speech branding, we had introduction lecture and palace tour. We had a night where we went bowling, and then we finished the welcome week with the Riga night out. And all the events were a very big success, so that was great. Then we had some other events outside the welcome week. So we had a craft night, we had a game night, we played some board games, we had a pub quiz, which went really, really well. Then we had laser tag as well, another night of bowling, and lastly we had an Easter event where we went egg collecting and decorating. And soon the formal part 2 will be happening. It's already being planned, the location, I'm pretty sure is already set. So you'll probably see some updates about that soon. And some highlights that we've had are that we got more local participants to our event, especially during the board game nights. There were lots of local students, which was very nice because we're really missing that connection between local students and Erasmus students. We had a few events with a great amount of participants. So for instance, the Easter event, the Aquarium, there were many people who showed up at the pub quiz. As I said, it was a really big success. So again, a lot of national students as well showed up, so it's very nice. And then also me, the treasurer, Alina, for part of EGM of Coda 2025, which was amazing. Yeah, you can ask anyone at the NA who went to EGM, it was just so much fun. I highly recommend signing up for that next year. And then our main challenge is definitely the lack of motivation and support from the active members. I'm hoping that with the new board, we'll maybe get some new active members since they know other people have different connections, and this challenge will be solved. So we'll see next year. It will be better. I hope so. It will be great. So yes, that was our little short recap of ESN Latvia.
Now, I guess I would ask you to stay online, and I will invite the representatives of ESN and ESN Latvia to the front for a common question round.
I can't hear what's being said right now.
So, can you repeat please?
What repeat?
We'll have a question now.
So, see.
Questions.
We are going to have a question round now. I will show you this question.
That's the first question. And now, the second question, can you send somebody to the next one? Before we start, is there anyone else having the question? Yes. Okay. Then the first question goes to Paula. So the first question goes to Riga about the safety team. So do you think the safety team should be improved? And if yes, how?
Yes, I think it should be improved, but we are also trying to do our best regarding that because we are trying to be inclusive while choosing people for safety team, for example, have same genders or like people with different abilities, different skills. We even had like practical training skills where they could actually learn how to do CPR and everything. But again and again, it's very important to concentrate on that because we're young and we're dealing with adults and students and etc. And we really often we have a lot of problems. So of course, it should be always improving now.
Thank you. Next question is about ESN Latvia again to Riga. Sorry, Elena, for bringing this up again about the resignation of the year. But my question is from your point of view, why the whole legislation did not support that much in preparation for the resignation? Do you have maybe some thoughts about the resignation? It's difficult to answer because I don't know. Like I did it, and I also reached out for help. I was asking for it. Maybe I didn't have the time to explain more and prove them how important it is because it's also difficult to understand from them. Like they haven't been to EGM, they don't know what is this initiative. So it's difficult for them to understand it, and for me, it's difficult to explain it also. And I also had some moments where I was asking for the help, and they were like, "Yeah, reach out to me." And I don't have the time to specifically reach out to the people, for the specific things. And I think it was lack of time from my side and lack of knowledge maybe on the other side.
ESN Latvia. This is really coming more from appreciation because you and people who did support you did really an amazing job for us as Destination of the Year. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves that you brought such a recognition to ESN Latvia. Also, outside of ESN Latvia, I don't know how much you are aware, but our stakeholders were so impressed by your work, especially who went to EGM, our national agency, that in our meetings following EGM, they were already thinking about action plans of how ESN Riga could do it again. So I think you should be very happy, and it's something to look forward to should you be elected for the national board.
Next question.
Alina, I hope you can hear me. To all, what can the NB be doing more to support you? It's also interesting for you guys to answer considering your candidates. So it's a question to all sections.
I can start because I was here. I would recommend to reach out to the new board to ask that, because I know that from our old board, everyone resigned completely, they're out of the workshop, they're not in ESN anymore. So I don't feel confident in answering what can be done because I'm not in close contact with any of the new most active people, people from the new board or just active members. So maybe reach out to Malika and ask the question. I think you will get a great response.
I think, from ESN Riga side, I can cover the fact that it is a bit difficult for us that most of the national board is from Riga. So the way the national board treats us is a bit different than for Jelgava and Valmiera, and sometimes it might be it's disturbing for the local board, especially as it kind of. I don't say that everyone is doing that from the national board, but there are situations where the local board in Riga would like to be more independent and not so much dependent on the national board. And so I think to give more space for the local board to succeed, and if they don't succeed, to reach out to the national board rather than just going there and all the time saying that, but do it occasionally, but not all the time.
And also, national board visits, whenever they are coming, usually they are coming with news or opportunities or etc. I think sometimes they should also come and see and get to know with our volunteers what they are doing, because at the end of the day, they are the ones having this right to send those volunteers to appreciation opportunities or something like that. So it's really important to know who are these people if you are having the last word over them. So that would be really, really nice to know them, and also get the opinion from the people who are actually working with them. If you are just like talking about them and making some announcements and etc., first ask the people who are actually in charge of them and who actually know what they specifically are doing.
Wait, is there anyone else? Then I propose to close the speakers after Verina's question. Is there any objection? No objection, the speakers will be closed after Verina's last question. And once again, I'll encourage you guys, please be brief with answers. We have another question to go through and not so much time. Next.
To answer that from Lopez, I think national board was a big help during the organization of NA. I can't comment on the past much because I wasn't too active in the past. Maybe your president can comment a little bit on the past.
Yeah, like when I started to be a president, the national board reached out to me and they like explained everything, and if I needed help, they also helped. So currently, I think they're doing like a lot in supporting us.
They have done an amazing job.
Next question to
Veronica from ESN Latvia. I do appreciate like the growing section like Riga does need the paperwork and like in a strict way. But this is not only my concern, also like concern not only ESN Latvia, also outside. But with all the paperwork you have, the structures very strict, being very strict and stuff. Don't you feel it's becoming more like a workplace than the and it weakened the bond, like because we used to have the bond as family, and don't you think it's putting more burden on the volunteers' shoulders more than they already do?
No, and I can add to that, it's a voluntary job. If it's too much for you, you can find something that is a party, that is a chill environment, because in order to improve, in order to grow as a section, as an NO, you need to make rules more strict.
And it's the organization you are joining and not the family. Like you're not joining a family, you are joining organization and making bonds and making connections and etc. It's just part of it, and you have to understand it.
Can I have a question?
yes.
I feel like it's also important to have a very strong section, to have a really good bond between the volunteers.
We have very strong section.
And we have the bond.
I'll proceed to the next question.
Elzaria, ESN Latvia. As I saw this semester, there was some sort of joint event efforts that you were visiting each other, or somehow, in some way, you guys were doing a bit more together. So, out of curiosity, how is the communication between you as a sections between each other going?
I think that is more like from the event side, because that's the simplest way how to do something. And usually it's a trip to either Valmiera or Jelgava and organized by our events manager or OC in collaboration. So I don't know, you maybe can.
We have one more upcoming.
Yeah, we'll have a hike next Sunday.
Yes.
So yeah, we're trying to bond and be close to each other.
Yeah, and usually, as much as I know, also in Jelgava, like ESN is giving kind of a city tour or like helping to plan on-spot things, because obviously people from the city know better the city.
Thank you.
Sorry, something like that?
Yes.
Elzaria, ESN Latvia. I'm very happy to see this. If you heard our updates like a year ago when me and Justina were in the sections, we were not communicating that much. We're not doing that much things together, so I'm very proud to see that it's getting better.
Thank you. Next question from Veronica.
Tanika from ESN Latvia, for everyone, how do you ensure the transparency of the financial situation? Is the information shared only within the board or for all the members? Like everyone know about your financial.
Like how, like I think in ESN Riga, we just, everyone knows that we are not struggling, basically. And if we are getting the funds, then it's also mentioned, maybe Anita can comment more, but we don't say maybe specific numbers or how much is in our bank account. To be honest, I don't even know how much is in our bank account.
Do you think it's important to have this transparency? I
No.
wanted to make a budget, I might make a budget, but the thing is, it was too late to approve it. So, I will tell the next treasurer to do that.
Yeah, and I don't think that it is that much necessary to know exactly the amount in the bank. But of course, like when there's like questions, how much are we paying for something? Are we paying for something? Like it's not maybe given immediately, but we are not hiding the fact. So if anybody is asking, then we have the information to give, and we are answering.
Next question.
No, that's question goal, so Alina and the other question answer as well.
We are getting our budget from university. There is no one amount for each month and not month for each semester, and it's always the same. Like I think mostly the president takes care of it and like plans where to spend it. So it's not that much shared section. Only like if we are planning the event and it's needed, like there are expenses that needs to be covered.
I got introduced to the budget.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if it's needed, then we share.
Like, for example, I'm not a board member, but I still got introduced to the budget because I kind of asked for it as well to help plan for the events. Yellow.
Alex, can you tell Elena the question?
Elena, it's your turn now. I mean, she hears us, but I know why she don't turn on her microphone.
Okay, then we'll go to the next question. Is that to
Yes, yes, Latvia. From my perspective, and I'm sure from others as well, you have the strongest or most stable university ESN section corporation, which is amazing. Not that the others are bad, but you have the strongest one. Advice for the other sections, or just generally for everyone here. Like, how do you maintain it? How do you?
Well, one thing, we keep active communication with our university at its core. They're really forthcoming to our ideas. They're willing to help, so it's also a big part of how the university treats it, I'd say. But for us, we're also transparent with them. Like we discuss our ideas with them as well, at least mostly. And I mean, it's just good communication mostly.
I think why we have this one, because in Valmiera there's only one university and we just get everything from them. But like it was already like that before we came, so maybe we should ask our ancestors.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Next question, Paula.
Yeah, Paula is in Latvia from Valmiera. First of all, I want to appreciate you as well because I have seen over the 2 years how much you have grown as a section, and I'm very, very proud of you. But my question is about how it is going with attracting new members, knowing that you have more church now, like the section is growing, which means you will probably become bigger if you need resources as well. So, do you have any recruitment strategies? How are you trying to attract new members? How is it going?
For now, it's going slowly, but like I see a person who I would like to be in the section. I propose this opportunity to them, and then I just like put them into everything. Like I offer to go there and to help.
It's not to be human communication right now. And it is going slowly, as you can see. There are only 2 board members and 2 active members right now, and we have some volunteers right now as well, which might become members. We don't know. Hopefully, yeah. Looking at you, yeah.
Thank you. Next question from Lisa.
Yes, Riga. something to commend is, especially this year, you have the strongest HR recruitment. Maybe not even just in the sections of ESN Latvia, but just in ESN generally. Advice for the others.
Advice would be like the things that's happening for Riga might be very different from for other sections. I already noticed that starting community meetings that our situation is very different from other sections. And what I would advise smaller section is just go everywhere. If you need to do it, even knock on the doors and just just go everywhere, search for your volunteers, make it very clear that you're looking for help, and also show them what is ESN. Like show them the opportunities, and then one biggest plus you have as a small sections, it is easiest for them to become board members, become like part of huge organization. While in Riga they have to like compete a lot against each other, or like in Portugal, let's say, they have to compete. For the smaller sections, it's easier. You're almost immediately getting part of huge network. So keep that mindset in your head.
Thank you. Next question from Tanika. Was it?
It's covered.
It's covered.
Then from you then.
To Jelgava, ESN Jelgava, you have.
Yeah, you have a question. Do you see from the screen share?
Yes.
In my opinion, something that is commendable to ESN Jelgava compared to the other sections, relatively speaking, you have the best local engagement, especially in this last year. And it's getting better and better. I mean, I can compare it from when I was the president myself. So what would your advice be for the others to engage the locals better?
I would say to, first of all, just make the connections, like, with local students yourself between the members. And then secondly, to host events in locations where local students show up. So for us, that's a lot easier maybe than it is in Riga. But we have this one bar that's very close to the dormitories, where also the Latvian students, for instance, live. So if we host events there, because there are already a small section, it's easy to just go around and ask if they also want to join something that you're hosting in the moment. And to see if you can get connections with local organizations, like student organizations, and maybe make events together with them.
Thank you. Next question also to Jelgava from
Darina, yes, in Estonia.
from the
You said you have some troubles with motivation among members. Do you already have some plans how to improve it or fix it? Yes, please share.
I mean, I have plans, and I tried, and then like I did a bonding event and stuff like that, and no people showed up. So I don't really have advice. I don't think it's getting much better, especially because we already lost quite a few people now with the new board. But I am hoping that because it's a new board, there will be new motivation in general, because it's not people that are already getting motivated. You have to get back into it, but it's just, I think it's easier to motivate new people than it is to motivate people who already aren't sure if they want to be in an organization anymore. So maybe just get, like, yeah, with the new people, it'll be better. That's what I'm hoping.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Then with this, the question round is done. Thank you, the section's representation.
Okay, goodbye, Elena.
Guidelines about sessions. Financial support by
Okay, so you're in a treat. For a treat, there's going to be a lot of financial stuff now. So feel free. It's going to be brief though. So for context, in ESN Latvia, we have there for this mandate, taking for quite a few years, I think at least 4 or 5. So when I reached the position, there were no really procedures in place, no knowledge transfer. So basically I created them from scratch, procedures.
They're already been in place. I can work with them. In our statutes, it was not sent approved them by NA. So in the national board, we went to procedure, we discussed, we improved them internally, and we started working with procedures because it was very necessary for everyone to have something. But now with the ENA, we changed our statutes, and these documents need to be approved formally in the name. So that's why I'm here with these presentations, and not without like in spring already, almost every month, formally approving these documents that are actually kind of already in place, but you will have still the power to review them if you want. Hope you know. So this is the two in a row. First one is a supplement to National Budget 2025, sorry. This is only for this one. As the Master Mayor presented, like a lot of it will be concentrated also the budget for local level, to support them financially, to help recuperate, and so on. So there was quite a few budget lines pointed for local level, but for it to be used responsibly and fairly, there was need for guidelines to supplement the national budget. So yeah, this is the structure. So there are three funds that I hope you already are aware of. This is the structure of the guidelines. Next slide. So I'm summarizing very briefly here because I have limited time. The document you will have access to, of course. So the general application is you have to check for eligibility if you can apply. Apply timing mostly some at least month in advance. There are some exceptions that are mentioned there. There is an application form, a Google Forms. I receive notifications and instantly I can check the request. The payment options is a reimbursement option, also represent the next one. And or pre-approval payment option is good for sections that maybe don't have bank account or are struggling, or at least I can't pay for upfront. And then of course there's reporting that's expected. It's very important as well for us to understand that money was used fairly. Yes. Some common characteristics like notes for the fund types. These are supported directly for only local sections of all local sections of ESN Latvia. There are also enhancing collaboration between the sections. There's the SECO fund as well, and in many ways also we are encouraging this cooperation between these funds. Applications are open year-round, which gives more flexibility until the fund is exhausted, of course. And it's also based on ESN causes and vision. So there are promoting these, ESN firmly, and also providing a framework access to funds, while still giving enough freedom, flexibility, as I previously presented as well. There's enough, I believe, good balance of the flexibility of the fund while still having the framework and some kind of guidelines of how it should be used so it's not abused. So I'm quite happy with that myself. I haven't received negative comments about it, so I hope it's clear enough and we feel that it's fair, the procedure clear and transparent. That's the main thing with this document. And yeah, for transparency, this is like from the national budget what you approved. This is like more so you can see specifically for each section per semester how much is allocated. That's it. And I think there's a question.
Thank you so much. Yes, we'll go to the question round. Anyone has any questions? Is there anyone taking the question? No?
You have an appreciation? Okay, then.
Comment.
Yeah.
It was Aya, ESN Latvia. I just have an appreciation for you for breaking this document and all the other documents you're going to present. I don't think you guys are aware how hard she has worked this Monday to basically overturn ESN Latvia's finances and to make them stable and transparent. So I think there needs to be a little appreciation given here for that.
Okay, Okay, if there are no questions,
I have
Oh, this, okay, there are.
okay, it's that.
One
Perfect.
Kate, Linda.
Yeah, so Linda, yes, and Riga, so in the file, on the bottom of the file, it's written approved by ESN Latvia board, so can you elaborate?
Yeah, I cannot find it up in my intro. So because we didn't have our statutes currently in autumn when this document was created, no, this was in January. There was no procedure that we need to approve it by National Assembly. So, but I don't, this is not dictatorship, I'm not just inventing a document like, this is the document, now we need all work with this. No, so the first step was going multiple times with this document in national board, you're likely to include the related notes or make amendments. So the document you see now, it's been multiple times gone through with all national board members, we discussed, and we're all, this means that we're all, like, it's not just my document, it's national board's document. I'm just made and present. So we basically understand that we agree that this is our document, if that's clear.
Yeah.
We approve it, it exists, it's okay. And thankfully, hopefully it will be approved by national standards.
Thank you so much. I will propose to close the speakers list. Is there any objection? No objections, amazing. Then we close the speakers list and we continue with another presentation by Justine about ESN Latvia reimbursement guidelines.
Yeah, so this is the second one. This was created in the fall. It was the first one because it was like when necessary to access some of the funds also from national board members. If you can open the document.
Yes, one more.
I have just a small comment, Linda, yes, and Riga. So this question was actually for the reimbursement guidelines because it's on the reimbursement guideline sheet. I just, I have them down. Yes.
Yeah, something didn't happen in the presentation. I'm just going to show you the document. Also, then we can already start. So the procedure is pretty simple, nothing complicated. To be eligible for the reimbursements, need to be national board member, national level member, some kind of structure of ESN Latvia as well, or just approval from me as treasurer. So that's also active members, international guests, like for example, if CT needs reimbursement for traveling to NA or something like these things, as long as it has been approved expense, it can be reimbursed. Of course, the reimbursements are only online with the bank transfer.
Is it this one?
No, that's confidential.
I mean,
It's just that
I just,
PDF.
Procedural, Alexander just added the documents.
yeah, okay, thank you. Because I don't know why, but I mean.
Yeah, it's, don't pay attention.
Yeah, this is how it goes. So if you just go like down a bit, as I mentioned, yeah, plus Latvia board support, audit commission that we have vacant positions right now. Any structures, things approved, this will include also like in national Erasmus games, OC, and etc. We have the Erasmus in schools team, technically, other members who have received prior approval. Yes, and also there's a point that on default is the treasurer, but in case if the president if the treasurer is not available, then as the president, Ilse also has access to the bank account, so she will be the second person in charge making such decisions. It's covered most of the events related and for any everyday work related expenses. And then I went more in detail for travel, because most of the reimbursements are travel connected events, it's an event traveling mostly. So it was about the active traveling, choosing green travel as well. The starting point, also allowed, I elaborate more about this. About taxes, the fines are not included, it's blah blah blah. So yeah, this process. Of course, we need to save receipts, they need to be submitted. The form, maybe you can Yeah, okay, so the actual process. So you're submitting a request, again, a single Google Forms, what works, don't make it very method. Yeah, of course, need to attach the receipts, the invoices, without it, no reimbursement, or you need to explain, like, that it needs to be really reason why you don't have it. Brief explanation of why we need to reimburse you, if it's not legit or not. Approval process, I try to do it as soon as possible, but here I put yeah, but I think it was like 2 weeks or something, that I need to like process it, and it needs to, the request needs to be submitted 30 days after the expenses incurred, and licenses may not be. For now, I'm pretty flexible, I'm understanding, but it's written here in case I don't want to be that understanding. I have a right to not take that. If you submit it like half year, like like later, a year later, like I don't know what to talk about. Payment, bank transfer only, no cash. Yeah, I was right. It's 14 days, but typically processing of the request. Of course, receipts, invoices. I hope you all understand that. Currency as well, some points about that. Personal purchases will not be approved. About the point about missing receipts. That's all. Yeah. You need to like submit a statement explaining what is the context. As well, touch points about that reimbursement request might be denied, the reason or the reasons why it might happen. Also on the line here is some looking for the conduct violations or previously misused use of funds that we have approval of and or has failed to fulfill responsibilities like submitting reports, blah blah blah. So we're flexible and understanding. Up to the point that we see that you're starting to misuse or actually trying to scam us, basically. Yeah, this is the rule based on the report message. And such cases, like for these previously mentioned companies, etc., I also understand that this is not like dictatorship, it's not only like these cases are not taken and decided only by me, they're taken to national boards, it's a broader discussion. And usually there's voting in these cases as well. I think that's it. I understand a little bit chaotic, but given the circumstances, I hope you understand and please ask questions.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions incoming or thinking through or hearing? Anyone has any questions?
No questions. Amazing work.
Yes, thank you so much. Point to agenda. We have the first round of small sessions. We have 2 goals in parallel. One about the ESN card, one about the activity. You should stand up already in the agenda spreadsheet. So now I would ask you to explain where they will be happening. Okay. Could you please explain where the workshop will be happening in which room? Since there will be like 2 different sessions happening at the same time. Yeah.
ESN card, ESN wiki.
ESN card. Will you need some materials or something? Which room do you want? I showed you.
I think the small one because we have less participants now.
Okay. And
Okay.
so the ESN card will be right across the hall in 230. There is assigned to room number 1. And wiki will be on the 3rd floor. There is a workshop room number 2. Amazing. And workshop will last half an hour. So we will see you back at 14:48. And you can grab
Maybe you think